Alright, I've now got the three major pieces of the center console put together. See, I've got the console itself. The front part of the console. Now, I put a brake in it right here so that I can get the thing in and out, because it's not going to be easy to get in and out. Now, I've got a 1/8 of an inch gap built into this all the way around, so I can cover this with something on the front and the back. See that 1/8 inch gap right here? I'm going to fill that with some of that epoxy putty, just like I did here on the front. So I've actually took the gap and I forced the putty back inside here so that it holds everything in the right position. So yeah, I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to make sure all these screws are indented into the surface. Mix up some Bondo, clean it up, fill it all up, sand it down, clean it nice, front, middle, and the rear piece, and get it all but put back in there and start working on the rest of it. Okay, now I've filled all the holes, sanded and cleaned up all three of these pieces of the console. See, I just painted it a nice flat black color because I wanted to seal this wood. I still will be covering with something, probably a nice vinyl or maybe even carpeting. This is the centerpiece. It's all been filled and cleaned up. This is the main console piece. You can see I have it all clamped down here with something. I cut a piece of perforated steel and I glued it to the side of the box here. The reason I did that is because when the console fits in there, I had to grind basically some of the wood out from underneath this edge here. And when I did that, it actually left a little hole in the box here. So I'm gluing this piece of steel on there. What I've done is I've cut a little piece of wood that's a little smaller than the piece of steel, and I wrapped it with foil so that it wouldn't stick when I clamped it on there, and glued it down with the heavy-duty epoxy glue. Now it's time to remove the clamps that's holding the piece of wood on. Alright, now I've ground it down. You can see it's really on there. It's totally stuck on with the putty, or the epoxy putty, and it comes up through the holes, so it's not going to come off of there. This is the reason, because I had to grind it out a little bit here in the back in order to make it fit over the shifter housing. So a little smooth, a filler here, nice and sanded smooth, and when it's covered with something, you'll never see it. Okay, I've pretty much kind of finished the major console pieces here. I went ahead and painted it. You see, I've got this one here. It's bolted to the underside console here with these 4 bolts on this side. There's 4 bolts on the other side. So all this fits pretty good. I went ahead and extended it to the front, and I don't have these mounted in here right now, but these 3 little pieces here, so you can take it apart. Got some aluminum stripping here to hold it all together. And then this piece right here, that aluminum stripping, I took this up and I soldered it and glued it to the aluminum panel on the bottom, so it comes up here and fits around. Here I've got a gap here for some covering materials, whether it be some carpet or some vinyl or something, but this all bolts together up here. So the center console is kind of finished for now. I got to build the top part of it.